In this video, we're going to talk about how to speed run to 30K a month, $30,000 a month, every single month. The reason why we are focusing on 30K a month and not any other number is because you can get away with doing certain things that allow you to get there really quickly that you can't necessarily do past that 30K a month mark. I've touched on this in previous videos, including this one right here that I've embedded in this document, where I actually modeled out how I'd scale an agency past 30K a month, and then I did it. So now I'm going to go over a few different tactics that are a complete game changer. All these tactics are complete game changers for your business. And if you do these in the way I show you how to do them, one of three things will happen. Number one, you will experience a major cash injection in your business. Number two, you will go from inconsistent pipeline to never having a shortage of clients ever again, because you can't unlearn this stuff. Once you know it, you know it. Number three, you become the de facto number one option in your niche, and likely all three things will take place. I know this because that's exactly what happened to me in this business and two of my other businesses before this. And I did it intentionally every single time, and it works and happens and plays out exactly how I know it's going to play out every single time. And I also do this for my clients and the agency owners I work with. And at 30K a month, all the problems you have at 5 to 10K a month are solved. At that point, you are more focused on things like hiring, systems. You can get there quite quickly. It's not that far away. And I will show you how in a really side door kind of way, to where it's almost cheating, but it's not cheating. It's just that nobody in your space is doing it because they don't know this stuff. This is years of business knowledge in a few short minutes, and we don't have much time. I got a lot of stuff to do, so let's dive straight in. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Pablo. I'm an online entrepreneur, currently scaling Scale, my AI marketing agency, to north of 7 figures in real time with daily documentation on this channel. We currently generate over $250,000 a month in deal flow for ourselves and our clients. I work with businesses doing north of $1 million a year in ARR, helping them scale with AI cold email, and helping them design and convert premium offers. You can get this document for free as always. Link is in the description. It'll add you to my newsletter. I won't spam you. I'll just send you some free tips and notes throughout the week with some stuff that'll make you richer. I make no income claims. My results are not typical. Now let's begin. So this is going to be a very compact video. As you can see, I'm hoodied up today with the hat on because I'm in the trenches. There are three things that we're going to cover. These three things change everything. And you're going to listen to this video. You're going to watch this video to the end. If you're smart, if you're serious about scaling your business, then I recommend you watch it again, and I recommend you take it upon yourself to go read on this yourself, because this is a 102 video, maybe even a 201 video. It's definitely not a 101 video. That's like how to make a logo for your business type stuff. This is like business 201. But this gets way deeper than this, and I can only share about 10% of the stuff that I actually know. If you're an inspector, you know this. We go real deep. So there are three things that we're going to cover. These three things change everything. Number one, pricing. I can teach a whole college lecture on pricing, I promise you. Number two, blitz client acquisition. We kind of touched on this in the video I made a couple days ago about how to blitz to 50K a month. We kind of did talk about this, but we're going to go a bit deeper here in a bit of a more nuanced way. And number three is positioning. This is stuff that nobody really gets. This would be impossible for me to teach you specific to your business in this video. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. But positioning yourself closer to the money will make you more money than anything else you can possibly do in any sort of marketing that you've been attempting, okay? These are three real easy fixes. And after that, once you apply all these in the way I show you how to apply them, the rest is just volume, which I can't control. That's on you. But whoever posts the most or sends the most emails wins. Whoever makes the most cold calls wins. That's how it always goes. That's it. Okay, so let's talk about pricing. Let's go into point number one, pricing. We're gonna speed through this because we're speed running, right? So why don't we just speed through these videos too? And then if you have any more questions, well then we can talk about that later. But anyway, pricing. Let's just do the math here, okay? Pricing. I was broke until I understood pricing psychology. How about that? Does that make this important enough for you? Do you understand the importance? I was broke until I understood pricing psychology. But let's do the math here, because even that's a bit abstract. So 30K. So I tend to want to fast track you because you're here, which lets me know that like you don't just stumble upon this channel, So I want to fast track you because I get excited because I like seeing people hit those 30K months. It's a beautiful thing, especially when I had a part to play in it. But regardless, let's take some baby steps. I know because my inbox is flooded. You guys have been bombarding me with questions, so perhaps I got to break things down a bit more. Not slow it down, but get more granular with it and break it down more. Anyway, back on topic, pricing. So let's just do the math here, okay? We're talking about 30K a month. Let me be very on the money. Let me not go anywhere. We're gonna stick to 30K a month. I don't like misdirecting people. 30K a month is 3 sales at 10K a month, or three sales at 10K period. 5 sales at 6K, 10 sales at 3K, 15 sales at 2K, 30 sales at 1K, $1,000. Okay, so let's just say for a moment that I'm gonna make this real for you, okay? Because I like you. I don't know you, but I like you because you're here. Let's just say for a moment that we're both starting from scratch. We're starting from, let's just say 5K a month, okay? A little less, doesn't matter, but let's just you can do this from zero. But let's just say we're both starting from scratch. And let's just say we're both experiencing the typical sub 10K a month issues that people have, right? Like not having enough clients and or not getting enough of the right clients. By the way, this happens at businesses with 100K a month. I'm just saying. It's never not a problem under 10K a month, okay? Closer to 100K a month, it might be a problem, but it shouldn't be anyway. You'd be surprised. Some businesses at 100K a month are completely broken. I know. I interview these folks. So I get on calls with these folks. But anyway, let's just say we're both starting from scratch, okay? So if I pick the 6K offer, right? So this one right here, 6K, $6,000, right? If I pick this offer right here and you pick this offer right here, the 2K offer, who do you think hits $30,000 in 1 month first? If I pick the 6K offer to sell and you pick the 2K offer to sell, we're just going to play a game for the next 30 days. Who do you think hits 30K a month first? Or not even the next 30 days. However long it takes, who do you think hits 30K a month first? It's not going to be you. But if you don't believe me, let's just break it down even further. Let's just make this very real, okay? Let's visualize this. So if you have a 20% closing rate, and I do too, which is very standard, that doesn't change much. If you have a 20% closing rate, unless you just dog poo at sales or your price is absorbently like in the wrong area, which is very like you have to purposely want to break your business. So your closing rate's at 20%. It just is, okay? If you have a 20% closing rate, you, at the 2K offer, you need to book 75 calls this month. It's October 2025 right now at the time of recording this. October 8th specifically. You need to book 75 calls this month to hit 30K a month on a 2K offer. You can fact check my math. Please do, actually. Please fact check my math. Yeah, it's 75 calls. I need to book 25 calls on a 6K offer. You need to book 75. I need to book 25. All right, so I got to book 6 a week, okay, which is maybe one a day, maybe one a day. You got to book like 17 or something like that, whatever the number is, a week. All right. So again, who is more likely to hit 30K first? Assuming the closing rate stays the same. Assuming the closing rate stays the same. It's me. I'm just not going to lie to you. It's just me. We can play this game every single time. Okay. And if you're not confident if you can't, for the life of you, for the love of you, whatever the phrase is, understand why someone would pay you 6K for whatever it is that you're offering. If you cannot justify this in your mind, if it just sounds like you're robbing them, borderline scamming someone, selling them a 6K offer, well then let's work on that, because that's why I'm here. Okay, I start these videos off introducing myself and saying what I do and saying that I help businesses scale with AI, cold email, and designing and converting premium offers and blah 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 blah. Because this is why. Because businesses can get away from it's number one, pricing is the biggest lever that'll change your income. Number two, people don't understand how to make sense of this, and that's okay. I mean, I was there too. I actually did it out of desperation one day, and then I realized it's way easier to make money. So we'll get you there, okay? But there's two things so we can make these people be dying to buy from you. We can. We can. And this deserves multiple videos, which is more so reserved for Spectre and the agency folks I'm working with in my private program. However, we'll touch on this. Okay, so I can at least get you moving in the right direction and at least get you exploring into some of my other videos, because I have other videos for free here on this. Okay. No. Okay. So point number one was pricing. Now I'll show you how these all work together. But now we got to talk about blitz client acquisition and positioning, because we're trying to justify how to sell these things at the price point, so we don't have to book 75 calls this month. Okay, because you're not going to do that. I'm sorry, you're just not. Like that'll take me several months to crack a cold email campaign to get you there. Like, unless you have a grand a day for Facebook ads or whatever it is, whatever the price point is. Anyway, so a blitz client acquisition strategy. So this is me just making up terms now, but the closest term I could think of to a really dialed in layered client acquisition strategy that allows you to move as quickly as possible. So what you're going to do, or what this consists of, is layered warm inbound, ideally short form content for speed, because this allows you to get that cash injection, that huge amount of capital into your business very quickly. And then cold email for consistency, meaning a consistent stream of clients, as you can't depend on going viral, right? Short form content is great for getting yourself out there really quickly, but going viral is not a marketing strategy. So I as cringe as this is, I screenshotted my own TikTok account. Okay, you see, I don't even use this. A lot of you guys have found me on TikTok, but you see it's just 13,000 followers. TikTok was an afterthought for me, but this is not in the screenshot. But I was posting, as you can see by me wearing the same. I have like 10 pairs of black tees, 10 pairs of white tees, or whatever it is. So it's not always the same two shirts. But what I'm trying to get at here is I would batch record content. I would record like 4 or 5 of these, right? 4 or 5 of these a day, and just store it up maybe for like 5-6 days or so, and then just start releasing it later on. And I would release like 3 or 4 a day, or even 5 a day. And within 2 or 3 weeks, my friend, you're gonna, like, one of them is gonna skyrocket. That's just how short form works. Like that's the little, like, this is just how it works. Okay, so I know we talk about cold email on this channel, and I'm gonna show you how this ties into cold email right now. I promise you. However, I'm never gonna stop your bag. Okay, and why this is important is because it's a lot easier to get people to pay you on a higher price pointed offer if they've seen your face. Why do you think I'm here, by the way? Because I tell you, I work with businesses doing north of $1 million a year. You think I'm just like, how, like, that's difficult to do over cold email, unless my name is Gary V or something, or you know what I mean? Like, so now it's easier for me to run a cold email campaign because I kind of have my, people can look me up and they see all this stuff, right? They see my YouTube channel. But I'm just saying, like, this is client acquisition. These work in parallel, warm inbound and cold outbound. They work in parallel. So that's part of a blitz. The equivalent of this is if you start out the gate sending thousands of emails per day. Okay, not to, like, cold emails, great though, because again, cold email, you can get a client by next week. Warm inbound, you don't know when you're going to go viral. This is why you need both. Does this make sense? This is why you need both. Okay? This is why you need both. And not everybody's a camera person, so cold email works for everybody. But if you look at these TikTok titles over here, I'm not going to get into short form on this channel right now. I'm touching on this because a big part of this is building authority and trust quickly. If you look at like these little headlines on each TikTok, like the little wordings I'm putting to get people to stop and scroll, like, this is all copywriting 101. This translates really well to YouTube titles as well as cold email. Anyway, so that's a blitz client acquisition strategy. What that means is I would be sending as many emails per day once I have my targeting down pat. Actually, I'd be sending as many emails per day as possible out the gate so I can test my targeting quickly, find my pocket, test and find my messaging, test and find my right offering position. Ultimately, so I can crack the cold email campaign. This is just like ads. It's the same thing. It's just like ads. And then once I find the winning campaign, I'm testing a bunch of micro campaigns. Let's say adding 500 emails here, 500 emails here, 500 leads here, 500 leads here, 500 leads here, running them in parallel. And then one of those, kind of like this one, is going to crack. Boom. Right? One of those is just going to explode. Okay? You keep adding a little bit more leads to the one that is giving you better results, and just keep going. Just keep adding more leads, and then boom, one of them explodes like that one. Okay, here I'm dealing with clients that bill really high. Do you see why I'm talking about this stuff? You see why I'm talking about this stuff? Because you don't need a lot of responses to get the kind of deal flow and cash flow ultimately that you want. Okay. And what a blitz client acquisition strategy does is it builds authority and trust while also getting your name out there really quickly. Listen, you come across me for the first time, you're like, who is this dude? Right? I think I had a toothpick in my hand for a lot of these videos because it's what I fidget with. But then you see me again and again and again. And I think the stat is you got to see someone set maybe 11 times, 7 or 11 times to start trusting them. Why do you think I post YouTube videos every day? Okay. Like, I like you guys, but not that much. Like, not so much to be giving you so many hours of my day. I do it because this is a real solid way of building authority and trust. Okay. Documenting my growth and blah, blah, blah. Like, you can see me doing this and growing in real time. All right, cool. Anyway, you get the point. So a blitz client acquisition strategy positions you to be able to sell more because they see you. Okay, they see you, and it's also more opportunities. It's just more opportunity, more outreach, just more eyeballs on whatever your thing is. Cold email, you get a bunch of eyeballs. Short form content translates very well. Get a bunch of eyeballs. If you look at this content right here, this is unedited content, pretty much. I think I did the CapCut, like auto edit things, but I'm in this room right here. Okay, I wasn't bald for these. But I mean, there's nothing fancy. You just spam it over and over again. You spam it, and then you know how algorithms work. It's just once you're in the algorithm, it only takes you about a week and a half to get in the algorithm. Cold email and short form. And once you're in the algorithm, you're in the algorithm. Like, you know. Anyway, and so that's a blitz client acquisition strategy. It's layered. Okay, layered, warm inbound. Ideally short form for speed, and then layered with cold outbound, ideally cold email for consistency so that you can send thousands of cold emails, okay, as you can't depend on a viral moment, all right? This is bulletproof. This is bulletproof 5K to 30K a month, or zero if you're starting from zero, same thing, okay? Positioning is number 3. Why positioning is important. This is going to need to be its own video. It just is. Positioning. Okay, so I don't even know if I should say this because I'm going to reveal some secret sauce right now. Here's what I will say, okay, and I'm gonna think about this because there's gonna be some secret sauce. I mean, even if I give you the sauce, I don't even know if you're gonna actually go ahead and execute this. But I'm gonna give you a bit of a hint, okay, and then you should go just look this up. Maybe I will give you another video on this so that you can, if you're going to look it up, you can just watch it straight from the source. So you want to position yourself closer to the money, okay? Remember how I don't know if you guys saw this. Here, let me pull up my own channel for a second. So a few days ago, maybe a week ago, I was breaking, this one right here, this nightmare cold email campaign, okay? So I was helping an audience member fix a cold email campaign. Their client was a creative agency. This doesn't apply to just creative agencies. This applies to anything, right? Even lead gen, even, marketing agencies, AI marketing agencies, whatever it is, okay? This video right here, there's something very specific I did in this video right here, and something very specific that I honed in on, all right? What that is positioning. So positioning the offer, positioning the messaging closer to the money. So whatever you're doing, you have to make it very clear as to how this has a direct impact to the client or whoever you're looking to work with, how it has a direct impact on them making more money, saving money, or saving time and doing whatever they're trying to do, get whatever result they're trying to get faster. That's what you need to emphasize in whatever it is that you are saying in your content or in your cold emails. Positioning. Okay. Positioning. I'm gonna leave it there because I gotta think deeply about this right now. This positioning combined with the blitz will help you become a one of one. It will put you very quickly in a market of one. This is how I'm cutting through so quickly. Okay. This is how I go viral on TikTok. There's one of these TikToks did 1 million views. I didn't even care to pay attention. Like it just this is how you do it. This is how you put yourself in a market of one. But then you throw up, like, once you know the formula, once you know what to say, you see how I don't I have bullet points in these videos, but I really don't operate with a script, right? Maybe a little bit for the intro, but I veer off script all the time. Like once you know the plan, which is positioning, you just spam it over and over again. You throw up a few short form pieces of content, and or you send some cold emails, and then once you've accounted for this and once you've digested it, it's all volume from there, and then you can't help but hit the 30K a month. It's a bit of a science, my friend. So much of this, so much of these, like this is all just, it's kind of easy when you understand how this all works. Okay. So some of you are in more like creative or qualitative based businesses and not quantitative based businesses, meaning like you're not like doing direct deals and deal generation, stuff like that. Cool. Just figure out a way to let people know how this directly ties into them making more money, saving more money, or saving time. Okay. If you are doing north of 5K a month and you would like to work with me and you would like my help on scaling with AI cold email and scaling to the numbers that we talk about in these videos, like I have done for myself and my clients over and over and over again, I will include a link in the description and we can go from there. See you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.